Yeah, it's been definitely went a couple of weeks stretch where it was crazy, but it was a great summer, great family time. A lot of great memories that I've been able to share with my family and friends this summer. So now that we're back here, just chomping at the bit to get the season going.
Where did you spend most of your summer, and what did you do?
Yeah, just spent most of my summer in New Jersey. Just finished our home there, and went to St. Louis for a little bit and had a couple weddings. So not as much travel as we've had in the past, but it was a great summer to recover, chill, and it was pretty easy to get excited for this upcoming season with the team that we have and just the group that we have. That I said that we all basically got here Sunday. That it just felt like we all saw each other yesterday, and that nobody missed a beat. So it was just great to be with everybody again.
Health is good, Brady?
Feel great. Yeah, it was probably a little bit longer than I expected, but taking a cautious approach to playing 2 months. That's needed that time, but I think it's the best I've ever felt coming into a season.
You said you got back on Sunday?
Yeah, I drove up Sunday, so been busy unpacking everything. I'm barely myself, but more for little Ryder. So he's got all the toys in the world, all the cars, so it's fun to be building those.
You made the playoffs for the first time last year, and so many people around the league expect you guys to do it again. What does it mean for you to have these expectations elevate throughout your tenure as a member of the Ottawa Senators?
I mean, of course, everybody externally is going to have, an expectation on us. I mean, internally, I think I said it after the season. Of course, it's going to be as hard to get into the playoffs, like last year, but I think that experience is going to help us tremendously right from day one. That we have a group that's able to do it, and for us, it's about having that Stanley Cup mindset right from day one, and that's something that I've seen up close and personal, and that's something that I know we're not going to stop until it gets done. And I think, playoffs is a great goal to have, but I think there's bigger goals that we're going to set for ourselves.
Steve Staios and Travis Green at the end of the season challenged the team, the core, to take that next step into next year. How did you respond to that challenge in your off-season preparation?
Well, after everyone being here this early, I think that's is an answer to their question about their demand of find another gear. And from these last couple of days being together, I think everybody found a gear. So, and I think that just shows with the goals that playoffs is great, but it's not about just getting in the playoffs anymore. So I think we want more, and it's just going to be a matter of doing it right away and get prepared for camp and get prepared for the season.
Brady, when you drove into Ottawa and just even arrived at the Canadian Tire Center, what kind of emotions were you feeling? What kind of memories were just coming back for you about this season?
I mean, the top of the list is playoffs. I mean, this building in playoffs is the most insane thing that I've been a part of. Just to feel like it really was everybody in this city that was on the same team, not just the guys on the ice, but you could feel the employees in this building. You could feel the fans in the building, see everybody on Elgin and watching across the city. You really, for me, I felt that, and I felt that. It was all of us, and it was going to take all of us, and that's something I just kind of held on all summer and rewatching all like the pregame intros on YouTube and just kind of reliving that. It was super cool, and I know I'm excited for. I know we're starting on the road, but in the home opener to be matching that energy.
It was also just about a week ago too that you guys had your U.S. development camp. How is that going to make this season unique for you, balancing Team USA with the Senators?
First and foremost is my priorities, to put the Ottawa Senators in the best possible position before the Olympics. And, once the Olympics comes around, then it's all about Team USA. But, I'm just, the sole focus is putting ourselves in the best position possible before that break and then, figure it out from there.
How cool was it to see Jake and Shane at that game?
It's unreal. I mean, I think they both deserve it, especially, Sandy at Four Nations. He was awesome, and I think it really showed everybody how good of a player that he is. And for Pence, being able to win gold for the first time, I think it is 92 years for the U.S., that I think him and all those guys that went to World Championships and absolutely deserved it as well, because that's a huge accomplishment for USA Hockey and the next generation of kids in the U.S. So I think it was very deserving for those two, and especially how Pince was a big part of the World Championship team as well.
This group didn't, Steve Staios didn't make many changes. What does this group have to do to take the next step?
I think use our experience from playoffs. That, I mean, I know how the series went. We fought back, but I think it's just having that mindset that every game's a new opportunity to play our game and dictate the game, and I just think that's going to make us that much better. And yeah, Steve believes in our group, so I think that's in agreement to everybody in our room that we believe in each other. We believe in what we're doing, and the big thing that touched on already was internal growth, and could feel that our team and everybody took that to heart, and you could see how everybody took levels to their game.
What areas of your own game do you want to improve upon this season?
For me, it's just I think it's of course, I think all you guys know how I play. It's pretty demanding, but just having the endurance to do it day in, day out, shift in, shift out, and so I worked a lot on my conditioning this summer, and that's probably the best I've felt, and different types of stuff like that. So just continue to work on that before camp, in camp, and when it comes preseason games, season games, that shift in, shift out. I know I'm at my tip-top shape, and be ready to play my game every single shift.
Was that something you felt last year, kind of as the season progressed, that you kind of felt your legs maybe a little bit?
Yeah, I think with playing with physicality, it takes a lot out of you. So it definitely felt maybe there's some games where going into it didn't feel as great as I'd want, and have to simplify and find a way. But I think with the preparation that I know I took this year, that I'm hoping and I know I'm going to be feeling a lot better in the majority of the games. And of course, everybody has a couple games where they don't feel good at all, but just find a way. But I'm hoping that it's more majority feeling great, so that's what I kind of focused on this summer, and felt like I gained a lot of experience in that as well.
What was the
How
biggest
often did you think about hockey this summer?
Oh, that's actually a great question. I always watch the highlights when we were done, and of course was rooting on my brother when we were out, and but I wasn't really locked into watching games and stuff like that. But there's always just background stuff, and throughout the summer you kind of get bored, so you put on. There's like a channel on YouTube where it shows kind of everybody's goals throughout the year. So just kind of I felt like I watched a lot of that and see where guys scored throughout the season, and found it to be interesting on certain trends and stuff like that. So, but for the most part, I kind of turned it off, just focused on being a good dad, good husband, and get myself in tip-top shape.
What's the biggest thing you learned from your playoff experience last year?
I think for me, it's just the overall experience of playoffs. It's the highs and lows. The momentum swings, managing when it's kind of coming against you, and taking advantage when we have the momentum. And for me, it's that 1-0, 2-0, down 3-0. It's a whole new opportunity, a whole new game, and all I have to do is win one game and then focus on the next game. So I felt like kind of not reliving the past or overthinking the future is something that I learned, and I felt like throughout this series I started really embracing that mindset, and I felt like that really helped myself, and I think it did it for the whole group as well.
A lot of people going into that postseason, they looked at you and they're like, man, you're a guy who can play in those moments. You should be able to thrive in those moments. Do you feel with your performance you proved those people right?
I mean, it's just, I love those games. Now going through it, Four Nations and with playoffs, I think those, I'm addicted to those games. Those are the games that you really want to make your mark on and really help the team win. And that's something that kind of held on to and kind of learned that those are the games that, I love to play in, and love to, when all the chips are on the line, that those are the moments that you want to be in.
Brady, I think we're going to talk to Jordan Spence. First impressions of him as a new teammate. Have you gotten to know him at all?
Awesome guy. I know these couple days have been crazy, but now we're going to have a little group thing today, a little fantasy football draft. So it'll be nice to get to know him a little bit more. But for first time meeting him, he's an awesome guy, and now we're lucky to have him, and I think he's going to be a really big part of our team.
Who's your NFL team? Who are you hoping to draft?
Well, the way my draft's been going, I'm in a lot of leagues right now, so I'm going heavy Buffalo Bills, so I'll be cheering them on because it seems like my team's just been gravitated towards them.
How many guys are in the league?
There's 12 of us, so a couple guys sharing teams. So, but no, we'll all be together today and hanging out, and probably going to be hopefully have the best draft of the night tonight.
Who runs the draft?
I'm the commish, so you only know how organized I am. So, no, it's all good. We're all set, all ready to rock. So today's a big day.
Back in red as well this season. Just kind of what are your thoughts on the third jersey that you see it for the first time?
Yeah, no, I just saw Philly wearing it. It looks awesome. I think whoever was in charge of making that decision was the right decision. It looks great, and I think it's gonna be a perfect combo for. I think we have the best jersey in the league already. I think it just adds to it.
In light of the new CBA rules, there was an announcement yesterday that some of them are being kicked into place a lot sooner than expected, including the no more dress code. What are your thoughts on no more dress code for going to games?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's everybody's kind of own decision what they want to do. I still think we're, one of the top 4 leagues in the world. I think, we make a lot of money. I think we should be able to represent ourselves well, and so hopefully it's the dress code isn't abused. Still look professional, because at the end of the day, it's your role models for kids, so you want to look presentable, and whatever guys have, it's an opportunity to also show a little personality, and I think it's just important to be professional and represent yourself well as well.
So how much do you think your style or what you wear to games will change in light of the no dress rule?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not going to change much. Maybe lose the tie. That's about it. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens this year. But most likely you just can continue with the suits.
Who is the best style in the team?
Oh, you might get me in trouble here, so I don't know. There's a lot of self-proclaimed style guys, so they'll be more than happy to tell you themselves. So I'll let you ask that to some of the other guys.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I got here last week, so before that I knew some of the guys that were already on this team. So I was fortunate enough to just kind of text them before I got here, and obviously this week most of the guys are here. So it's been great, and the guys are great as well.
How does it feel to be back in Canada to play hockey?
Yeah, it feels good. I grew up in Canada during my childhood, so coming back in the Canadian market, I'm really excited to play here.
How are your parents feeling about it too? Do they live in PEI still?
Yeah, they do. They're full time, but I think they're really happy just with the time change. Our home games in LA is at 7:30, so it's 11:30 in PEI. So they're really excited about that, and obviously I'm closer to home as well. So a lot of friends and family are excited.
Have you talked to Steve and Travis just about how they want you to fit in, what kind of style of game they want you to bring to the team?
Yeah, they called me briefly right after the trade just to kind of welcome to the team and talk about the system and everything. But obviously before the training camp starts, so I'll probably talk to Travis and kind of get to know each other and talk about the system and how they want to play.
What are you seeing about this opportunity? Like, what kind of an opportunity is this for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Personally for me, I just want to do my job and play my game, and I'm going to do the best I can to try and do that and contribute and help the team win.
What do you see as your role on this team?
Pardon me, sorry?
What do you see your role on this team as?
What do I see as a role? Obviously I just, for me, I just try to take every opportunity possible and try to take it and do the best I can. So, if there's an opportunity that I get more playing time or more opportunities to, play anywhere, like I'm going to do the best I can and try and take it and, to not look back.
How motivated are you maybe to try to play more top 4 minutes that maybe in LA you weren't getting that same opportunity and you might do?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's always in the back of your head, just to, try to be better as a player and to gain the coach's trust to play more ice time. But at the end of the day, it's the effort and the individual work that you put in, and I'm really excited to come into camp and do the best I can.
Which defenseman on this team are you looking forward to playing with the most?
I mean, I haven't really. We started to go on the ice this week, and I've seen them play obviously against them, but they're all great. I know that Shabbat he's from the Q, so I've watched him play before, and he's a great player. So, and then Sanderson, just with how well he did this season, I think it's good to kind of work well off each other and to try and improve together.
First impressions of the organization and just the city?
I mean, it's good. I got here last week, so I tried to do the best I can and just go around and just look around town. And the biggest thing that for me is that I've been just golfing a lot around here. So it's been great. The city's great. I haven't really been here at all before, so to come in here and kind of explore and try new things. I'm still new, so I gotta really experience it. But so far, it's been good.
Favorite course so far?
The Hunt Club. Yeah.
Also, I heard you guys are doing a draft, an NFL draft this afternoon. How's
Yeah.
that for team bonding? Who do you hope to select?
Well, I got the 10th overall pick, so I'm not too sure if I'm gonna get the top players that I wanted. But at the end of the day, we're all doing it together this afternoon, and we're going to the par 3 course, and it's always great to do that stuff before camp. And I think that's one of the reasons why they've been doing this for 2 years now, and coming in a couple of weeks before camp to just hang out and go golfing and do a lot of team bonding stuff to just really gel together.
Who has the first overall pick?
I think it's Ridley. Yeah, so I'm pretty jealous that he has that, actually.
Is it a snake draft at least?
Yeah, it's a snake draft, so there's some positive coming out of that.
You had some familiarity with Drake working out, and do you have any familiarity with any of the other players on the team?
Yeah, I played U18s and World Juniors with Dylan Cousins, and Ridley Gregg was there as well, trying out. So. And then, Pinto always comes in Halifax. So there's some guys that I kind of knew before. So it's good to kind of see them again and, be on the same team.
This is obviously a smaller market team than LA. Are you looking forward to maybe having an impact in the community and just sort of being that role model for kids? Because your journey here was a little different than a lot of players.
Yeah, no, it is. Obviously in LA, there's just so many pro teams, and at the same time, it's still big, but obviously coming back to the Canadian market, I think there's more eyes on you, and obviously there's pros and cons to that. But at the end of the day, I'm really excited to be here and be a mentor, or even for the kids to even look up to. So I'm really excited to be here and to get going.
Have you and Steve or your representation talked about a contract extension at all at this point?
No. I think I'm not really focused on that at all whatsoever. I think it just matters on how I play this season, and that's not a conversation yet to have. So, yeah.
Any thoughts on the removal of a dress code for NHL players, as was announced yesterday with the CBA changes?
Yeah, I'm not sure. To be honest with you, I'm just so used to wearing suits to the game. So, if they're removing it, so I think I just have to up my game on something else, I guess. So, but at the same time, it's still pretty cool to just create your own fashion and your own style. So, at the end of the day, it's pretty cool.
Maybe too early, but how do you see your style changing in light of that dress code being removed?
To be honest, I have no clue. I haven't really put a thought on that whatsoever. So,
what do you typically wear to games?
What do
you wear? Suit?
Yeah, suit. So in LA, it was just a suit, no tie, with just dress shoes. So it's still formal, but it's I think that's what it is here as well. So yeah.
I know designer brands specifically you like.
Yeah, I haven't been buying a lot, but I have some Dior. I like Dior. Those are really nice, but I try not to spend that much money on that stuff, to be honest with you.